Hello, I'm gonna give you a very detailed presentation for the silent power cabinet. This is a 5 kilowatt connected to a lithium-ion battery. The same principles apply for the 8 and 11 kilowatt. Let's start from the right hand side. The cabinet, we have the AC input. This AC input is connected to the generator or the utility. You shouldn't connect the utility or the backup anywhere else. That's the only point where we are allowed to connect the backup. This is the AC output. This is the connection to the consumer unit or any AC loads at 200 to 140 volts. You shouldn't backfeed the output to the input and the other way around. Inside the cabinet we pre-wired all the components. The cabinet is ready to go. It's almost plug and play unit. On this side we have the thermistor for our cooling fan. In case you run the cabinet with the door closed, it's gonna start extracting hot air from the cabinet. On this side we have the AC output, and it is protected with a 63 amp MCB and an RCD. We have the surge protection. On the AC input we have the relay, voltage and frequency regulator, surge protection and the circuit breaker. Now the AC input and AC output are activated. Down there we have the solar PV input protection, surge protection, DC isolator and fuses. And this is where you connect your solar panels. This inverter has a single MPPT, but you can still parallel two strings with maximum current up to 27 amps. The maximum PV input is 6 kilowatts, and the voltage can fluctuate between 120 and up to 450. I advise you to connect a minimum 8 panels for this inverter. If you want to have a healthy system, you need definitely minimum of 8 panels. At the bottom we have the smart shunt resistor. This is a resistor rated at 500 amps, and you can measure the power flow in and out your batteries. You have to activate Bluetooth on your mobile phone and download the Victron app. This is the protection, the fuses for your batteries. It can be 80, 100 or 160 amp. This is our lithium-ion battery. You have to be very careful here. The first battery, master battery, should have the first dip switch up, second, third and fourth dip switch down. Any secondary batteries should be at the default settings. This is the serial port or the RS485. We connect this special cable back to the lithium-ion port of the inverter. And in menu 5 we select the protocol LIB. Here we are. That's our LIB protocol. When the battery icon is flashing, it means that we established the BMS between the batteries and the inverter. So very careful to use the BMS cable to the right port. The console is used for monitoring the battery, and we feed the data back to the solar assistant. This is your solar assistant. You can monitor the batteries and the inverter remotely. So this cable is connected to the USB port of the solar assistant, and the console cable of the battery is connected back to the solar assistant too. The orange cable is our Ethernet. You have to connect the solar assistant to your local area network. You scan the QR code and you are ready to monitor your system online. We also have, for simplicity, we added the DC to DC converter from 48 volts to 5 volts, and this is how we power the solar assistant microcontroller. It is an Orange Pi, the latest version. So that's it. more or less you are ready to go. If you have more than 3 batteries, it is important to use a Lynx DC distributor from Victron. I'm gonna show you right now how this Victron works. You need to group 3 batteries, the power terminals of 3 batteries to the bus bar. Then the other 3 batteries are linked to the same bus bar, and the output of the DC Lynx distributor is connected to the Mersenne fuse disconnector. This setup with Lynx is very important when you have more than 3 batteries, and you need to group them separately to share the current of the batteries. Thank you for watching this video. If in doubt, please ask and send us an email to info@voltacon.com.